Hey everybody, this is GGB co-host Poppers coming back in this second half of action. And it's looking like Aaron Rodgers is healthy again. He's gonna be a baddie alert. Baddie alert for Aaron Rodgers. He's gonna be back in action. Let's go. Third quarter action, 15 minutes. We got a whole nother episode with the Redskins only being down by 7 points. It's interesting to say the very least. That's going to be a turnover by Deshaun Jackson. He's going to bring it up. He's a big hole. He gets it all the way down to about the 35-yard line. A huge return there by Deshaun Jackson, making his first kind of impact on this game. I think Madden glitched a bit. They only have one timeout, which makes it a little bit more interesting. It's going to be a challenge for sure. Madden has decided that the Pac-12 only gets one timeout. It's what it's decided. Fortunately, normally I would restart the game, but I was behind, so I had to. I'm recording this on the day. I'm recording this the day before I have to release it, and I've already released quarter 1 and quarter 2, which means quarter 3, regardless of what happens, has to be released today. So they're going to have one timeout. They're going to have to pull it off, though. And Justin Herbert's still on the field, which is bad news. Fires it short underneath to Christian McCaffrey, who's going to fight and pick up about 7 yards on that. And I guess it's for sure now. I guess Aaron Rodgers throwing the ball around. He didn't seem healthy enough, and it's going to be Justin Herbert's show. Yeah, if they're able to come back, like let's say they come back and win this thing, Justin Herbert might have to start in the Super Bowl, which is not ideal for the Pac-12. If it is ideal for the Big 12, and by the way, if you're the Big 12, you're rooting for the Pac-12 now, because like if you weren't before, you're rooting for him now, because now you don't have to play. You might have a chance to not play Aaron Rodgers. Throws it underneath to, I believe, Keenan Allen on that play, picks up the first down, and really, what's been interesting about Justin Herbert taking over, he's only completed 7 passes. 4 of them have been to Keenan Allen, and I get it. Keenan Allen's been productive. He has really been productive under Justin Herbert. You might want to spread that ball a little bit more, too, because not a single tight end has caught a pass yet. So 4-man rush, he has plenty of time. He's going to scramble out of the pocket. He has some running room there, and he's going to take it to the 40-yard line before sliding. They call it at the 39-yard line. That's going to be a first down. And Justin Herbert, after halftime, he's taking his team, and he's driving with him. Ron Rivera had, I guess, a halftime adjustment to make this offense a little bit more good, because it was not good. I think the one thing that offensively, none of the offenses, I would say, were good. Obviously, there were the 4 turnovers by the ACC. There weren't any turnovers by the Pac-12, but still didn't look good. Looks like a 5-man rush here by the ACC. They bring Brandon Cooks in motion. They go fake handoff to him. They hand it to Christian McCaffrey, who's going to get quickly tackled for about a 1-yard gain. They actually call it no gain on that play. Tackle made by Justin Simmons. First real play of the game for Justin Simmons. And it brings up a 2nd and 10. It looks like they have Zach Moss on the field. I would bet they don't have Zach Moss really on the field. So it looks like it is a 2 tight end set, actually 3 tight end set here with Zach Ertz on the field, I believe. They're going to go pass. He fires it underneath to Christian McCaffrey, who has some running room. He takes it all the way to about the 30-yard line. It's going to be 1 yard short of that first down marker. And, yeah, Keenan Allen's been productive with Justin Herbert quarterback, but you got to say the only really productive player so far today has been Christian McCaffrey, and he still hasn't been absolutely destroying it, which is why I'm surprised they're still in this game. Looks like it's a 3 tight end set here with Zach Ertz on the field. They're going to go handoff to Christian McCaffrey. He's going to get tackled. Oh, for a loss. Great play made off the edge there. It's going to bring up a 4th and 5. Third tackle of the ballgame by Bradley Chubb, who's been way more like a destroyer and absolute conveyor of malice than I thought he'd be. Obviously, he beats Ertz, I think, was on the other side. Just trying to block Bradley Chubb with Ertz is never a smart idea. They're going to send out... He's going to try another field goal. He was short on the last 2. Let's see if he can make this one. Snap good. The hold is good. The kick is up. It is short once again. And remember, if he makes those 3 field goals, it's a 10-9 ball game. It is still a 7-point ball game just because of the fact that this kicker's leg is just not there. And the special teams is really letting down the defense. And the offense, for that matter. The offense finally had a decent drive, and they're stopped. Because just simply their kicker cannot make a field goal to save his life today. I guess technically he's made one. But he's 1 for 4 so far today. 25%. Not good. Not good at all. But on the other hand, your defense has been playing so extraordinarily well. Let's see if that continues today, or maybe the ACC made some halftime adjustments as well. Shotgun here. They go handoff to Dalvin Cook. He has a decent-sized hole. He's going to take it for about 5 yards on the play. Tackle made there by... I don't know who it is. Maybe Kenny Clark. They're not showing me. Normally they show the statistic right after the play, but they're deciding to go with this weird passing yards. I don't care. Show me who made the tackle. They don't want to do that. Under center here is Lamar. Dalvin Cook, they bring DeAndre Hopkins in motion. He's going to throw it. They bring a blitz. He has time. He fires it to, I believe, Jamison Crowder, who is open, but it's incomplete by Lamar Jackson. And the defense, I don't know what they've been doing. Okay, they credited Vita Vea with the tackle. Vita Vea is a player that doesn't see the field much, so... that's what I think the Pac-12 strength is, defensive tackle. They have some really good ones, honestly. Looks like a 4-man rush with the guy coming on the outside. Shotgun here for Lamar. They do bring the screen to the outside with Dalvin Cook, who has a lot of blockers, and he's going to pick up that first down. Not a lot more, but they pick up a big first down on the drive. Tackle made by Miles Jack, but it gets a new set of downs. And perfect play call by Bruce Arians to keep this drive alive. Miles Jack's 4th tackle of the ball game. Defensive line bought it. Hook, line, and sinker. I don't know why. I was having trouble with that easy phrase, but I was, unfortunately for me. I'm an idiot. But looks like they may be bringing a blitz off the edge with their corner. Shotgun here for Lamar with Dalvin Cook lined up beside him. They go handoff to Dalvin Cook, who's going to get quickly tackled in the backfield by, I believe, Miles Jack once again, making his 5th tackle of the ball game. First tackle for loss, though, for Miles Jack. And Justin Herbert standing on the sideline. And it's really disappointing if you're a Pac-12 fan, because legitimately Aaron Rodgers was the reason why you had hope. And I mean, Aaron Rodgers is still standing there, so you think that there's still a chance he might come in again. Oh, not anymore. He disappeared. But unfortunately for you, he's just not healthy, I guess, enough to take the field. And that was the major reason why I thought the Pac-12 had a chance of winning this game, make it to their first Super Bowl. But let's see. Justin Herbert's going to have to play extremely well. Shotgun looks like a blitz here with the Pac-12. They do bring a blitz. Play action. He has plenty of time. He fires it to an open D-Hop. Makes his 3rd catch of the ball game for DeAndre Hopkins. And the defense has done a pretty good job of locking down DeAndre Hopkins today, considering he is, I think, the 2nd highest rated receiver in all of Madden, only behind Devontae Adams. But he makes a big-time catch there to keep the drive alive. At the very least, their kicker, Harrison Butker, is not playing as horribly as Mason Crosby is. So, they should very least take a 10-point lead in this game. 1 tight end set here with Darren Waller, but Lamar Jackson's going under center with, there you go, handoff. Ooh, big hole. And he's going to take it down to the 13-yard line. This first rush by James Conner. James Conner is not a player you expect to see the field much, I got to say. James Conner, don't expect to see him a lot for sure. Dalvin Cook is the main back on this team, and he gets, just like you're not going to see with the Pac-12. Who's the number 2 back? Philip Lindsay or someone else? I think it's Philip Lindsay. Get the ball much. I mean, it's just not going to happen. And these teams are mainly one ball carrier, and that's it. That's the majority of teams in Madden, but specifically with these teams. Empty set here for Lamar. Looks like a 4-man rush by the Pac-12. They stick with the 4-man rush. He fires it out in the flat for Darren Waller, and he's going to pick up almost the first down, brings up 2nd and 1. And they have a chance to take a 14-point lead here, which would be a killer lead to take with time remaining. This is the first big play that Darren Waller has really made. And unfortunately for the defense, they've really done a phenomenal job at stopping this offense. But The offense just has not taken advantage of that. Shotgun here for Lamar with Dalvin Cook lined up beside him. They're going to go pass. He fires it to the end zone. Walk-in touchdown for Darren Waller. Makes his first touchdown catch of the game. And they're going to take a 14-point lead, barring something catastrophic happening on the extra point. And it's got to be Justin Herbert time. It really has to be. You guys can't sulk. You're down by 14 points in the third quarter. It's not ideal, but it's also not game-ending. Your defense has played well. They've gotten 4 turnovers so far. It's not insane to think they'll get another one. On the field is Harrison Butker to attempt this extra point. Kick is up, and it is good. They take a 14-point lead. But, yeah, if you're the Pac-12, you got to stay upbeat. You're only down by 14 points. Your offense obviously has to get something going, which just really sucks because your backup quarterback behind Aaron Rodgers, it's not like with the Big Ten where you go to Russell Wilson or ACC, go to Deshaun Watson. There was a significant drop-off in overall rating if you watch that rules and roster video in the Pac-12 between Justin Herbert and Aaron Rodgers. It's a significant drop-off in talent. And while you can still win the game, you're still surrounded by talent. It's going to be a lot more difficult. Justin Herbert has to play very much on his game if they want to win this game. Kickoff off by Harrison Butker. That's going to be returnable by Lamar Jackson. He's going to bring it up to about the 26 or 27-yard line before he gets tackled. And onto the field comes back the offense. And if you're Justin Herbert, it's got to be better. I don't understand. I don't know what else I have to say about that. You got to start targeting Christian McCaffrey more, obviously. In the passing game, in the running game, it's got to be the Christian McCaffrey show. Whenever your star quarterback goes down, you lean on your star playmakers, and one of those star playmakers is Christian McCaffrey. Now, when they start to shut him down, you seem to have a real connection with Keenan Allen. Got to get it to him. Now, Brandon Cooks, Robert Woods, they're all well and good, but you normally focus on these 2 players, okay? They're going to go hand off to Christian McCaffrey. He has a big hole. He has a big hole. He's going to bring it to the 40-yard line. 12-yard run there by Christian McCaffrey. And Christian McCaffrey hasn't been doing great today, averaging only 2.1 yards per carry on the ground. But through the passing game, he's been their threat. He's the only one that's done much of anything through the air. Keenan obviously has those 4 catches, and that's it. I think only Robert Woods has 1. I think Brandon Cooks has 1. The tight ends have 0 catches. So, okay, they're starting to rely on him more and more in the ground game and the passing game, and I think it's the right idea with the backup quarterback. 2 tight ends set here. They bring Gronk in motion. They're going to run up the middle with Christian McCaffrey. It was a big hole, but he's going to be tackled for only about a 5-yard gain thanks to the play made by that defender fighting through the block. A good job there made by Jalen Ramsey. But it's still a 2nd and 5. And this is what I wanted you to do on offense to begin with. You have a good offensive line. Use it to your advantage. And just try and walk down this football field with running the ball. They're going to go pass here, though. He's going to have plenty of time. He fires it underneath. First catch made by a tight end to, I believe, Austin Hooper there on that play. Yep. Oh, Rob Gronkowski, actually. I'm sorry. They went 2 tight ends set here. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I didn't notice there was a 2nd tight end on the field. 1st and 10, though. They pick up the first down. First catch made by a tight end in this game. 2 tight end set again, and it's become a kind of a staple on this drive of the 2 tight end set here. They're going to go hand off to Christian McCaffrey. Actually, they're going to get a sack. The defense is going to get a sack. Aaron Donald was credited with half a sack on that play. 3rd tackle of the ballgame for Aaron Donald. Aaron Donald has not been as disruptive as you would assume he would be. You're not hearing Jalen Ramsey's name a lot, but that's in large part because if the corner's doing his job well, you normally don't hear his name a whole lot. You see that when I'm talking about the Big 12 and Xavier Howard. You don't hear Xavier Howard's name too often because he's normally locking down his man. That's what Jalen Ramsey has done so far with Keenan Allen. Shotgun here. There's no tight ends as I can see her. They're split out wide. They're going to bring a blitz. He's going to get a screen, but it's going to be a sack. Another sack. John Johnson, the 3rd, gets his first sack of the ball game, and it's going to bring up a 3rd and about a mile, 3rd and 21. And it's going to be Tampa's, the ACC's 5th sack of the ball game. And Yeah, this is what the ACC has been doing better than the Pac-12. It's getting after the passer, which I really thought. I thought the ACC would be able to do a great job of that. For goodness sake, they have Aaron Donald, Calais Campbell, Bradley Chubb, DJ Reader, Grady Jarrett. There's some really good pass rushers on that team. 3rd and 21. It's going to be a long one, and you really don't want to punt it because your punter has had some serious troubles with 4-man rush here, so he's going to have time. He's going to scramble out of the pocket. He's going to throw it at the last second to get rid of it, and it's going to be incomplete, obviously. Brings up 4th and 21. They're going to have to punt this ball away. And the way Johnny Hecker's been punting it, it's not going to be great. Why is Aaron Rodgers coming up? He is not on the field. But this defense is going to have to come back on the field. Hopefully it won't be horrible field position. Maybe Johnny Hecker can get an actually decent punt off this time. They're going to try and rush him and stop it. But, decent punt here by Johnny Hecker. They're going to put him inside the 15-yard line. Tackle made there quickly on the return by Byron Murphy Jr. And bring up a 1st and 10 for this offense. And if you're the Pac-12, you're hoping your defense can get yet another big stop. Maybe you're hoping for another turnover. I don't think it's necessarily unwarranted to hope that you can get a turnover. I think it's very possible that this defense can play well and force the turnover. So, under center here is Lamar Jackson. They're going to go hand off to Dalvin Cook, who's going to get tackled for only about a 4-yard gain on that play. Tackle made there by 56, I believe, is Miles Jack, making his 6th tackle of the ball game. Miles Jack has really been all over this field today. Miles Jack's made a number of big-time plays. Looks like it might be a 5-man rush here by the Pac-12 with a shotgun formation. They're going to go pass. He fires it quickly to D-Hop, and he picks up the 1st down and a lot more, about 14 yards on that play. But you got to watch out with that if you're Lamar. You've thrown many plays where that slant has been inaccurate and it's been picked off. It's happened multiple times at this point. You got to be worried about that. You can't be risking your team. You're already up by 14. Under center here is Lamar. Looks like a 5-man rush again. They're going to go run with Dalvin Cook, who's going to have a hole, and he's going to get clothesline for about 6 yards on the play. Actually, they call it 5. Still a good pickup for Dalvin Cook. Eric Kendricks is the guy that clotheslined. And 2nd and 5. So they're getting a drive going here. And I got to say, if they get a field goal, I feel like the game might be over. Again, them putting up 14 points seems unlikely. Them putting up 17 seems more unlikely. Shotgun here is Lamar Jackson. They're going to pass. He fires it to an open Darren Waller, who again is starting to get more involved here in the second half. 5th catch of the day. 3 was the last drive. 3 catches last drive. 4th catch in this half. So as you can see, Darren Waller was unproductive in the first half. They're getting him more involved in the second half, and I think that's a recipe for success. If you're the Big 12, again, Darren Waller is one of your better offensive threats, and if you're not using him, then you're not giving yourself justice. 4-man rush. Shotgun here is Lamar Jackson. They're going to go pass again. He has plenty of time. He's going to scramble, though. He's going to pick up the 1st down before sliding. He's learned his lessons from the fumble, and he picks up the 1st down, a big 1st down. And they're going to at least put up a field goal as long as Lamar Jackson doesn't make a huge mistake on this drive. And that's kind of a killer if you're the Pac-12. Your offense has not been able to get going at all since Justin Herbert has taken over. I mean, the only field goal you have is because of a turnover. And it's a lucky thing Mason Crosby didn't miss that one. Looks like a 4-man rush here again, 1st and 10. They're going to stick with the 4-man rush. He's going to have time. He's going to get sacked, though, when he tries to scramble DeForest. He runs straight into DeForest Buckner, and he gets his 1st sack of the ball game. And there we go. DeForest Buckner, all he needs to do is get that little superstar X-Factor thing, and suddenly the ACC is in a world of trouble. It's not going to be good at all for the ACC if that does in fact happen. But he makes a big-time sack on a play that Lamar Jackson was likely going to scramble and try and pick up that 1st down. And that's killer about playing the ACC is Lamar Jackson's legs are ridiculously scary. So under center here is Lamar. Looks like a 4-man rush. He's going to go run with Dalvin Cook, and he's going to get tackled for about no gain. It's kind of a gang tackle there between Eric Kendricks and DeForest Buckner. And the tackle is actually going to go to Buda Baker, despite he was probably the third guy in there. I noticed right off the bat the hair of Eric Kendricks, and I know DeForest Buckner's number 3rd and 11, so chance for a big-time stop here for the Pac-12, force the field goal. Shotgun here for Lamar, 4-man rush by the Pac-12. He's going to have time. He fires it. That's going to be incomplete. So the Pac-12 bent, but they did not break. They forced a long field goal by Harrison Butker. There's a chance he doesn't make it. Field goal kicking has been difficult in this game thanks to the rain. It's going to be a long one, so we'll see if Harrison Butker can make it from this distance. Snap's good. The hold is good. The kick is up, and it is going to be no good. The kick is no good. And, yeah, another missed field goal in this game. I think the rain is having a major part to do with that. Just short by Harrison Butker. But, yeah, the Pac-12, the defense gives up 0 points in that drive, and what could have been a disastrous scenario for the Pac-12 comes out as not a horrible one. They end up having the ball at the at your own 38-yard line, which is good field position, and 0 points by the offense of the ACC. So very good defense for the Pac-12 turns out to work, and they end up to keep it a 14-point game. Empty set here for Justin Herbert, which is an odd choice considering Christian McCaffrey has been the main focal point of this offense. 4-man rush. He's going to have time. He's going to scramble out of the pocket. He's going to throw the ball away despite not being pressured. And Justin Herbert right now is below a 50% completion rate, which is not good, obviously. It's the opposite of what you want if you're the Pac-12. 2nd and 10. I mean, you have to get a touchdown eventually if you want to stay in this game. It's the same thing I was saying with the FCS Division II, Division III when they were playing the Pac-12. You have to eventually score a touchdown if you want to stay in this ball game. And they did in the 4th quarter, but it was a little too late. Let's see if they can get it going in the 3rd. They're going to pitch to Christian McCaffrey. He's going to have the blocks on the outside. He's going to have a hole. He's going to pick that first down. 12 yards total on that play. And this is why Christian McCaffrey has to be your offense. I understand when you wanted to throw it with Aaron Rodgers. It made sense because Aaron Rodgers is such a great player. Justin Herbert, he has the chance to be a real player, really good player, and he's definitely the future of this Pac-12 team once Aaron Rodgers retires. But right now, I'd rely a lot on the ground game. I definitely would. They bring fullback Zach Moss on the field. Looks like a 5-man rush here by the ACC. Likely a run with Christian McCaffrey. They bring Zach Moss to the other side of the field. They're going to play action with Christian McCaffrey. He's going to have time. He's going to fire it. It's going to be caught by Robert Woods, I believe. And that's going to get into that 50% completion rate. Robert Woods' 4th catch of the ball game. Brings up 2nd and 1. So you can do a lot here on 2nd and 1. They already went play action, so you might not want to do play action again. Normally that's what I like to do when I'm playing Madden is go play action on 2nd and 1. So Justin Herbert is under center. They bring Austin Hooper in motion. They're going to pick up the first down with Christian McCaffrey. And they finally have a drive going, the Pac-12 does. Now, they've had drives before. They've just stalled out, and then Mason Crosby has missed a field goal, which I blame less Mason Crosby now because apparently it's been bad kicking conditions because Harrison Butker has missed one. That's Harrison Butker is about as consistent as you can get at kicker. So shotgun here for Herbert. They're going to hand off with Christian McCaffrey. He's going to get tackled. Another big-time play made by the defensive tackle. Calais Campbell. Not defensive tackle, offensive end. Well, he's technically a defensive end. He plays defensive tackle a lot of the time in the rush sets. This is going to be around the end of the 3rd quarter, maybe 1 or 2 more plays for this Pac-12 offense. Heading into the 4th quarter, but it's going to be a big 4th quarter. They're not down by too many points where they can't overcome it, but Justin Herbert has got to be special down the stretch, and they have to overcome that fact that they only have 1 timeout thanks to the Madden glitch. They bring Zach Moss onto the field. Likely going to be a run by Christian McCaffrey, which is going to end half if they do run it. They're going to go pass, normal pass. He's going to have time. He's eventually pressured. He's going to throw it. That's going to be picked off. Oh, what a killer play for this team. Derwin James Jr. makes the big-time play for this defense, and he gets in the zone, which is not what you want if you're the Pac-12 and you're trying to get back in this game. You finally have a drive going, and Justin Herbert makes a huge mistake like that, and they commit their first turnover of the ball game, and it's a huge one. And he's able, nice catch by the way by Derwin James Jr. He's literally only has one hand, and he's able to catch that ball, or bring it in. We're going to have one more play by this ACC offense before we head into the next episode. But I hope you guys enjoyed it. I mean, this has been a really good defensive game. A lot of turnovers, so obviously been some ugly offensive ball, but kind of what you expect in the rain. Under center here is Lamar, likely going to be a run to Dalvin Cook. They do go run with Dalvin Cook. He's going to get tackled for a minimal gain, only about 2. Hey everybody, this is GGB Coast Peppers. I'd like to thank you for watching this episode with me and co-host Peppers. But thank you for watching. We're going to see who gets into the Super Bowl tomorrow. Will the Pac-12 complete the comeback, or will the ACC hold on and we'll get to play the Big 12 and we'll get Lamar Jackson versus Patrick Mahomes? We'll have to wait and see. But hey everybody, this is GGB Coast Peppers saying adios amigos.